You need to own your name. And then all of these other things you have, your LinkedIn, your Facebook, or whatnot, needs to point to that one URL. In the world of SEO, that's called the canonical URL. The canonical is the one, not pressurewashhelp.com as the homepage, not, pressurewashhelp.com/ whatever. There needs to be one URL. Welcome, everybody. So we're in week 2 of our $1 a day coaching program. And you know that these live calls are for where you can ask questions and ideally where you can share the results of what you're doing so we can troubleshoot together. All the training you already have, it should be inside the academy if you don't have access. We have a 6-phase process that we go through, which we talked about initially. And that's the 6 phases that we have right here. Plumbing, which was last week, goals, which is this week, content, which is next week, targeting, amplification, and optimization. And the whole power of $1 a day is that we take something that's already done well for us, already produced sales and leads, and we just put more money against it, against the target audience that we know is buying. So $1 a day works because we know that it's something, it's content that works against an audience that's already well-defined, and we're just getting more of it. And more of it means repurposing to other channels, as well as just putting ads against it on Twitter, Facebook, other sorts of places. Some of you guys that bought into the program don't have high authority content, which is fine. It just means that we don't have a guarantee against that because we're guaranteeing that you'll get a 20% increase on assets that are already working for you. So for those of you that don't have your high authority assets like a podcast, or an article on another site, or a webinar, or something we can drive people to, some kind of URL, then what I said was we'll create a market scale contributor profile. Like you can see marketscale.com. And by the way, you should do this anyway, even if you already have high authority content. I know Rob's got a lot of great real estate content. Did I not do that right? Market scale. Oh, Dennis Dashu, sorry. So this is my contributor profile. And you can see I've got different articles and videos and whatnot. So we will drive with my money. I will spend my money to promote your contributor profiles. And when you start to have your website, your contributor profiles here and other places in gear, then Google will start to notice. And then when we do a Google for your name, it's going to show a knowledge panel. You see this here? This whole thing, most people don't even know what this is, but all these boxes here and the stuff here on the right side and these other components where it's showing, the videos and tweets and whatever is part of a knowledge panel. So I want to know where you guys are. Do you have some high authority content that you have organized into some kind of content library, like a Google Sheet? Do you not have high authority content? Just let me know like where you guys are along the way. I want to make sure everyone is able to not just attend this stuff every week, but actually take action. I want to know where you are. Where are you stuck? Or do you not, if you have the high authority content, have you not boosted it? Because by the end of this, I want to see that you are driving more sales by us together promoting the content that is working best for you. It can be articles, videos, landing pages, whatever it might be. But just let me know where you guys in this process. And we got Parker here too. I think we saw his face a minute ago, but he turned his camera off. There you are, trying to hide from us because you're doing email, huh? Or something. Okay. So we're live here. All the training is already here. So you guys, if you don't have access already, I just want to make sure you do. So this is not a course. You have the $1 a day course. You have all the other items that are related to the course, right? When we look at $1 a day, there's all the stuff we've trained. So you can go through all of it. You can have your VA or your marketing person go through all the training here. So what we're doing these live sessions is not the training. We're here to troubleshoot. We're here to look at your live examples. So I see Mr. Matt Nye is here. This is a great opportunity for him to show what he has, ask questions. We can look at your stats. If you guys want to look at my stats, I'm constantly boosting. I'm constantly practicing dollar a day, just like I breathe. I don't even have to think about breathing because I just do it all the time. So love to know, before we go into these examples, who has something they want to share? Looks like Spencer. Maybe Spencer Barger has something he wants to share. Who has something they want to share so we can look at some live data and have something to troubleshoot so we can see what's working? Or if you don't have that, we can troubleshoot your site, troubleshoot your social, troubleshoot the content that you have. How are you guys doing?
So I got all I think I got all my analytics hooked up this week. So that was a big big task, bigger than I thought it was going to be.
Well, it always is more, because there's more things that you don't realize you don't have. Okay. So we talked about pressure washing. You wanted to help other people start pressure washing businesses.
That is correct.
But your knowledge panel is not showing up here yet. And we said that there were a couple of these videos that were doing well, but there was another guy who basically copied you and is doing better because he's a YouTuber, you said.
Yes.
Okay. Do you have one of these videos that you've uploaded maybe to your channel that you want to, that's your favorite one, that's the one you want everyone to learn about if they're thinking about starting a pressure washer business?
I mean, I've got lots of videos, so I don't know which one would be the thing.
Well, do you have, 2 or 3 that you think are the best? Usually the ones that Google picks are going to be your best ones, but it's up to you.
No, that's fine.
Okay. So this one you have is a 600 views 5 months ago. It was a live stream. So live streams are good because you get people to show up and it helps you actually create content. It's bad because a lot of people don't want to watch a live stream after the fact, which is the pro and con. But the beauty is that you can edit this. So do you have this stored somewhere else, or you just live stream straight into YouTube?
No, I have it stored on the backside.
Okay. And so this is Q&A, but rather than Q&A, have you broken this out into topics or edited this to be some kind of article?
No, I haven't.
Okay. So that would be the next thing to do, to repurpose this content, and then we can run $1 a day against it, right?
Yeah. Okay.
And we could run $1 a day on YouTube against this direct content, but usually replay content's not as powerful as something because this 58 minutes, I bet you could edit down to 20.
Right.
Right. And I'll show you an example of someone who does this really well. So Parker Walbeck, another Parker, created this program called Full-Time Filmmaker. And you'll see that he doesn't even have his knowledge panel there.
How do you get your knowledge panel there? What do we need to do to get it there?
So knowledge panel is when definitively Google knows who you are. And you can't force knowledge panel, but I'll just show you. Okay. So here, this is my buddy Caleb Williams. We were in Salt Lake City last week, both keynoting at the same conference. And he decided, as you should too, and all of us here, that he wanted to be categorized first as an author instead of an entrepreneur. And so what he has is the first actual search result is his website URL, his personal brand website, calebwilliams.com. So all of us should have our name as a website. If we don't have our name as a website, then the next best thing is going to be our company name and then the about page for you. But there has to be something that's called the entity home. So the entity home is the one place. If I want to know who Jason, do I say Guyman?
Yep.
Jason, if I want to know who Jason Guyman is, there needs to be one URL. There cannot be 2, because if it's your LinkedIn, or if it's this one, Pressure Wash Help, or it's this LinkedIn one, or it's your Facebook, I'm assuming this is you.
Yep.
Or your Instagram. So Google's not really sure who Jason Guyman is.
Okay.
So if it's jasonguyman.com, do you have the URL?
I do.
Okay, so you should put up your personal brand site. We have a whole WordPress template that's designed for this to help you rank, and you can use this if you want, and we can even cover this next week or in the following weeks. If you guys want a personal brand website, we can just cover that and show you how we do it. You can have our code. You can even have it hosted by us. It'll save you like $20 a month with all the plugins and whatnot. But you need to own your name And then all of these other things you have, your LinkedIn, your Facebook, or whatnot, needs to point to that one URL. In the world of SEO, that's called the canonical URL. The canonical is the one, not pressurewashhelp.com as the homepage, not, pressurewashhelp.com/ whatever. There needs to be one URL that when we think about Jason Guyman, this is the one best URL for Jason Guyman, right? So if I do a search for any of us here, and I'll just pick on Parker, Nathan's, 2 first names. That's always tough when you have 2 first names.
So Twitter comes first. I do have a domain. I did buy that when I was 18.
Okay.
I have parkernathans.com. But
so Parker's done most of his stuff on Twitter. So his Twitter shows first. Why is it bad to have a social network show up? Usually LinkedIn is going to show up number 1 for your name. Why is that bad? I mean, you think it'd be a good thing, right? It's bad because you don't have control over Twitter. You don't have control over LinkedIn or Instagram. So those social media is rented property. Doesn't mean we don't like it. Doesn't mean we wouldn't want traffic there, but we don't, because we don't own it. We don't, we're at the rented land is at the mercy of the landlord, right? And the landlord's never going to let us own the house, but we need to own our own house. So he owns his own house, parkernathans.com, but the power on this site, the SEO power, the trust, doesn't mean Parker Nathans isn't a trustworthy person. It just means that Google doesn't trust his site.
Okay? Also, I haven't updated this in years. So this is just an article.
I mean, I've heard all the reasons why. It doesn't matter, right? The point is, it is what it is. The fat person has excuses for being fat. I mean, it is what it is, right? So let's just deal with the reality of what it is. So it has 0 domain authority, and it gets 0 search traffic, and it ranks on 1 keyword, and it only has 6 links in, and it has 0 domain authority because it has these 6 links that have no power. What are these 6 links? Let's see. Everything that we have in dollar a day is about amplifying authority. So if you amplify something that's low, then it doesn't, you don't want to multiply by a huge number. 0 by a huge number is still not a good thing. So, you've been taken over by spam, haven't you? You've been hacked. Yeah, you see this? parkernathans.com/ all this, parkernathans.com. All right. So I bet you one of your WordPress plugins was not updated, and one of these hackers came in and just took over your site. You can see this. So you're not, I'm pretty sure whatever this stuff is, you're not selling it, but it happens to be on parkernathans.com. You see this, right? Yeah. parkernathans.com/ all this stuff. And by the way, this happens to everybody. So it happens to me too when you're not watching, because you don't realize this is happening. The easy way to find that is do a site : parkernathans.com, and see if it pulls up in the index 41. Sometimes the spammers are really clever when they spam you, and then they hide it from these results. But let's see, it's not showing up here. So maybe Google thinks it's spam, or maybe it was there. When was it last seen? It was last seen 13 days ago. Last seen a couple months ago. Last seen like a week. Last seen pretty recently. So this is, you've been hacked. Yeah, because I'm pretty sure this NS0 examination actual questions. Okay, so this is not here anymore. Why is this here? Huh. Anyway, when you have spam on your site, it lowers the trust, because then Google says, well, I don't know if I can really send people to this site because it's not really, secure. Anyway, you want to own your name. And then you want to tie everything back to this homepage, parkernathans.com. You could choose parkernathans.com/about, but I would just prefer, just because anyone else that's talking about you is going to link to your homepage. So there's nothing showing up on this search on the right side because there's no clear entity home. The entity home should be parkernathans.com, which the good news, it's number 2. So if we can get this to number 1, and everything else here, if I look at your bio here, it should link to parkernathans.com. But it links to Webinar Wins, right? Which is your business. So if we then look at Webinar Wins, then Webinar Wins should have an about, and the about on Parker Nathan should link to parkernathans.com, which it doesn't because it's just a landing page. So that's why your knowledge panel doesn't trigger. So if we go back to Jason's thing, so you might wonder, like, why is Dennis talking about your personal brand when really we're here to drive sales through the dollar a day thing? It's because people are going to Google you and your company, and we need to show up properly. So there's this whole real estate here on the right side isn't showing up. Okay, Jason Guyman, king of pressure washer king. Why are we not connected? But it doesn't have your company, king. Where is this? You're not listing your company URL up here, which you can. So it's not even clear, not even bringing people to your website. Plus this here, do you see this thing with the two rectangles?
Yep.
And this is two rectangles. This means that you're not linking to a company. This needs to, so all of us on our LinkedIn's, if you see this double box thing, it's not linking to your company. You're just putting something that's not tying to anything. So I can't click on it. Well, I can, but it won't show me anything. See, if you look at mine, I can include links here. So we're hiring tons of VAs. That's the main thing we're doing. So there's a link here. You can see in the bottom left. And then for the companies, you see that this allows you to brand your company name. And anything that you're a part of, like Adweek, you can see there's an actual logo, not that weird default two rectangle thing, right? Because if it's on a company, then this links to a company profile. So if I click on Blitz Metrics, it goes to the Blitz Metrics entity. You see this? And then all the content that you have associated with the entity, right? And look, even LinkedIn says boost this post, right? You think boosting is only on Facebook or what? You can boost anywhere. Now I can come in and boost this post.
How do you link that on LinkedIn, the company page?
You have to have it as a company page, and then you link to the company page. So if I, let's say I'm editing my bio. Let's go to my profile. Isn't it amazing, like when you hang out with the people who are pros in a certain area, like you think they're going to give you some like super deep insight when really it's just all like basic stuff. It really is, like everything is just, there's no secret here. Okay, you see here, now I can edit my experience in the company that I'm with.
Yes.
So I can edit this, and you can see I can choose actual entities. So let's just say that, is it Tamara? Tamara. Okay. So Tamara, what's your company?
It's Franchise Your Freedom. I'm here on behalf of David.
Okay.
So, but I'm in his account right now.
Okay. So Franchise Your Freedom. So if there's a company here, see, I'm typing franchise your freedom. So there needs to be a company page here, but it's not here. So there's nothing. It needs to, you need to already have created the company, and then you can see like these other guys are already here, right? It has to, because it's pulling from the drop down of existing companies in the LinkedIn graph. The LinkedIn graph meaning the network of all the things that are on LinkedIn, right? Okay. So let's see, is webinar wins in here? No. Is there not a company page for webinar wins? There should be. Because what if someone, someone really had a great experience and they want to talk about Franchise Your Freedom, and they want to tag it. It's like, yeah, I just got on a great meeting with David, and he's a Franchise Your Freedom, and I'm trying to do that. It's not going to show here, right? So
that's correct.
Every entity needs to be here. So I think you guys already got this like a week or two ago, but you get probably so many emails that you probably don't get to see all of them. But one of the things that we sent out is that you need to go through this access checklist. And most people are like, yeah, whatever, I'm going to skip it. Well, now you're going to see why these things are so important. Okay. So here we're coming in and saying, make sure you have your analytics, your Twitter, your Facebook, your LinkedIn, all these things. And we have a whole guide. You can download this whole guide that goes into how you make sure you've properly claimed and set up your different entities for your personal brand and for your company brand. So if you, I think we upload this, or we update this thing like every couple weeks. You can see the last update was 3 weeks ago. And this is a whole document unto itself. This is what, like 50 pages. By the way, if you have someone on your team that can go through this and make sure, check, you have all these. These are, think of this as like a cooking class, and you're sending someone to Whole Foods to get all the ingredients before you're about to do all this cooking, right? See, literally here, like set up your Facebook Business Manager, set up your LinkedIn, set up your Twitter, set up your Quora and, Reddit. And it's just, it doesn't mean you have to be on, you don't have to spend any time on all these social networks and whatnot. You just need to claim them so that the entities live in the graph. And then when I say the graph, I mean the collection of all the objects that Facebook knows about, that LinkedIn, that Google knows about. The graph is this whole inventory, not like a chart. And when I say graph, I mean this giant like molecule looking system, right? That's what the graph is. So all these things here, why do they choose? They always like to choose unflattering pictures. And the VAs always like to do this. They always choose like the worst pictures of me. I mean, I know, I've been fat for many years, but why do they do that? Yeah, like a constellation. Okay. So Matt's question on LinkedIn. Yes, turn creator mode on. Same thing for Facebook and Instagram. Have the professional mode on. It doesn't hurt you. A lot of people say it does. I mean, yes, if you're doing like on TikTok, if you're using copyrighted music or duets, then you can't do that. But I don't think any of us here are trying to do that. Okay. But this goes through all these items. So when you have all these items, A, this allows you to repurpose more broadly. So you can take content and post it across multiple channels. And then B, it allows people to tag you. So if someone says something good about you, then you want to be able to say that David and people are going to come and search franchise your freedom, not here. So they can't tag you. So the media can't find you. The other clients and whatever can't tag you. And it's hard to see franchise this, franchise that, franchise your business. That's not you.
No.
Yeah.
No.
So you just need to be, it's like
Okay.
being in the yellow pages, you just kind of want to be in, you just need to be there. Right.
Absolutely. I just put a note in there. The checklist that you just had is, how do I get that?
Yeah. Blitzmetrics.com. Everything's basically 3 digits. Blitzmetrics.com/ACL. Access checklist. Yeah. And then the other one, if you've not filled it out, is blitzmetrics.com/GCT. Okay. So the second one that I mentioned, I know this is stuff that we're kind of catching up on, but I just want to make sure you're not missing these components. All right. When we have all the ingredients and we start boosting, you're going to see why we need these things in a certain way. If you want to know why, I'm happy to answer any of these things wide, or you can just like trust me that just get these things in place and the system will work. Okay. We've done this for like 17 years. I promise you. So this collection of GCT is what we call goals, content, and targeting. There's Mari Smith at a big conference, putting my face in the back. I'm like Chairman Mao in the back, put my face everywhere. I just need to distribute my little red book, like this one here. But your goals, content, and targeting are the ingredients that we need. Remember, we said that the whole point of $1 a day is taking the thing that's working the best for you, where you've driven a clear result for a particular client who has a particular problem using your particular technique or service or method or product, right? So that's goals, content, and targeting. The result you achieve for a certain audience via your method, product, or service, right? So go through this thing here and fill it out. And you may find that you're a little bit too broad, or in the process of going through this exercise, it helps give you clarity on who exactly you're serving. And then it helps us find together your best content, your best conversion pages, your best, you'll find this process of going through GCT is where you're going to find out where you have holes in your process and why the machine hasn't been working for you. It's because one of these components isn't done properly. Take you 15 minutes to go through it. And we'll ask you, what are your best pieces of content? Do you have a YouTube? Do you have, or on someone else's YouTube? Do you have articles that have been written about you? Do you have, we need the ingredients to be able to multiply those. So $1 a day is like a Keurig machine. If you put the thing into the machine and press the button, it will brew your coffee or tea or hot chocolate or whatever it is. If you just literally put the right ingredients in the machine and then put the $1 into the machine and have it run, right? It's literally what it is. Okay. So we talked about the access checklist. So go through this, have your VA. If you don't have a VA yet, hire a virtual assistant. We can help you do that. $500 a month, someone who works just for you full-time, you pay them via PayPal, right? $250 every 2 weeks or so. Just have them go through all this stuff here. I don't want to go through this stuff, but it just needs to be done the first time, okay? Once it's done, then, great. And then any content you have, you can easily repurpose. The more channels you're on, the more you can repurpose to, the more places you can post that content to, right? Okay. Questions on this so far? I know this is sort of like 101. This is like first week stuff. I want to get to the nicer stuff, but I also don't want anyone to feel left behind if they're missing any of these components to make sure
Hey, Dennis,
that. Yeah.
Dennis, I have a quick question.
Yeah.
My name's Brandon.
Hey, Brandon.
My question is, I have a website that has an iframe, and I'm just wondering, I'm having a hard time installing the plumbing, the tracking on an iframe. Is that something that can be done or no? I used a third-party software for like my bidding system.
Iframes are, I'll just say this. Use an iframe only if you have no other choice.
Okay.
Because an iframe is a website inside a website.
Right.
And because
that's what
of
I'm
that,
struggling with.
Let's see. What's the site?
DetroitTVmounting.com.
Detroit TV mounting.
Yes.
TV mounting services. Okay. Where's the iframe? Is the whole site an iframe?
When you click get a quick quote, that takes you to my bidding, it's my bidding system, the button on the top, or schedule your appointment, either one.
Okay. Because you have a third party. Okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Sometimes that happens when you have a third party e-com checkout, CRM, order management system, bidding system. Yeah, a lot of the auctioneer people are relying on some old software. Well, that doesn't take me anywhere. I just clicked on it.
Click to get a quick quote. That should take you.
Okay.
Yeah, this is
slash estimate.
Yeah.
Oh, so this is this. Okay. This is an iframe, isn't it? Okay.
Yes.
GMGP. JavaScript.
So I think we're like this page here, this estimate page is mine. But
Okay.
within that, like you said, the website within the website is that quoting engine.
And this is
Yeah,
this
so
is fine, but as long as this engine powered by response to bid, this one. Okay, so this is the iframe here.
Yeah.
Okay.
So when you submit that, I can't track. That's where I lose it because
yeah. I see what you're saying. Okay. So then it's on the vendor. So if whatever system you're using, response to bid,
I think response to bid, you can have it take you to a thank you page after it's been submitted, because we use response.
Oh, good. Yeah. Then same thing. Yeah. Then pixel the thank you bait. But either way, you with GA4, actually no, you're right, because with an iframe you can't do that because it's another website. But any vendor that's doing that. Yeah. Here we go. Someone's asking this question on how do we track GA. You're right. So yeah, one answer is that when they're done, it sends you to a thank you page, which is back to our site. But that's if they make it all the way to the end, right? If they fill out the thing. But we want to know if people are partially filling it out, or if they put in just their name or whatever, then we still want name and email. We still want that. I've got too many tabs open. Let me close some of these. All right, where's my tab? Where's the thing I had here? Okay. Response to bid. And this free estimate, where does
That's
that go
basically
to?
a submit button when you're done filling out the info.
This is a frame. Okay, so this is the frame, bids.responsibid. Okay. Huh, they're using Tag Manager. Well, good. Can you just reach out to them saying, hey, how am I going to track what's happening on this form? Can we put a pixel on this? Actually, you already have, okay, so you have the page and then you're iframing the form. So you have a Facebook pixel, but you don't have your Tag Manager set up, do you?
Well,
No, you have
I
Tag
think-
Manager, but some stuff's
yeah.
broken. You have
Yeah, there's
multiple
broken
GA
stuff,
accounts.
and I think I don't know how to fix it because of the iframe stuff.
Yeah, but the iframe's a page inside a page, but outside of for the page itself, why do you have multiple? And what is this Google Ads conversion tag? You have too many things going on here. What is going on? What are you doing here? Why are there 11 tags here?
That's a good question, Dennis. I don't know what the hell I'm doing, apparently.
I mean, this is Google's own tool. So this is called Google Tag Assistant. This is Google's tool. You know, all these things in here are like little Chrome plugins. So you have Google Analytics, but this one is not firing. So whatever this one is, 1203 is not here, or it's in an iframe. Okay. Maybe this one, 12030, is the one that Responsibid put inside here. So let's see. Was it 120? 1203 is theirs. Okay, yeah, that's what's going on. So it's saying you have this GA code inside a website that's inside a website, but it's not yours. And they said it was theirs. So okay, fine. So that's a problem. Like it's a problem for you, but it's not a problem for them. So you might ask them saying, hey, you guys are using Tag Manager. What are you using this Tag Manager for? And can I get access to that data?
Okay.
Yeah. And if it's Tag Manager, then you can say, you know what? I already have a Google Analytics account and I have Google Remarketing. So can I just give you those tags? And you already have Tag Manager. Can't I just stick it inside your Tag Manager, right?
Okay.
Or control that Tag Manager container. Ideally, you have your own container, but I don't know. See what they're doing.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Isn't that cool? See, you got live text support. You probably never would have figured that out.
I wouldn't have. No, I've had a few people look at it and I'm getting nowhere.
Yeah, because you need someone who's like just dangerous enough from an engineering standpoint to see that's the case. All right, so Detroit TV mounting. So let me ask just an obvious question. People that want their TVs mounted in Detroit, that's why you have this exact match domain, right? That's why you got that domain, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and we're not ranking on Southern Michigan TV mounting or whatever it is. These are the ones we're ranking on. This is a local area business that you don't have a physical office, right? But you want people
Correct.
to, okay.
Correct. Sir, yeah,
but you
service
still
area
need
only.
your GMB to trigger. So your goal with dollar a day, your success is getting more people calling you saying, hey, I want my TV mounted.
Yep.
Okay. Pretty easy pretty obvious what you're trying to do. Okay.
Well, I got one thing right.
So-
It was obvious.
Okay. All right. So your Yelp is ranking number 1, Instagram, and then your website. Your website's so weak that you saw like the other ones that this stuff's not showing up. Okay. So question for you, Brandon. You see this here? The people also ask.
Mhm.
You see this? How much does it cost to mount a TV? Is it worth it? Can I do it myself? What about a 65-inch TV and all this? Can you make a 1-minute video answering these questions?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. How long do you think it would take? I'm not asking rhetorically, but you can
Yeah,
see
no, I mean,
Google's
obviously
telling
not long
us.
at all.
Google told us, hey, people who are searching on Detroit TV mounting are also searching on, this sort of thing. And then you see how it's every time I look at one of these, it's giving us more and more of these things.
Yeah.
So is it better to mount the TV high or low? So what you need to do is write down these questions, copy them into your list or whatever, get 20 or 30 of them. How long do you think, Brandon, it would take for you to set up your camera in a proper way, like a cell phone vertical video, and just spend 1 minute answering 20 questions like this.
Yeah, like 30 minutes.
Right. So you could be done with this today.
Okay.
Yeah. And then what you're going to do is you're going to post that. You're going to repurpose that to your, here, this idea of the content factory. You're going to push it to your YouTube, to your Facebook, to your GMB, to your website. Your website, you're going to embed that YouTube video because it's called Google stacking, using Google's TV products. All right. So this is you, Detroit TV mounting.
Yes.
Okay. So you have some questions and answers. That's good. You have some great reviews. People are running ads against your name. Oh, wait. AWTV mount. Is that you?
No.
What is AWTV? That's some other guy. I don't know how that happened. Wait a minute. If I click on this, it's going here. Huh.
What does that mean? I don't know how that happens.
Means something is goofy with your profile here.
That's definitely my profile. Like,
Okay.
that's me. That's my phone number.
Do you
Or
have
one
any
of them.
services? You don't have services configured here?
I do have services in there. Yeah. I've got products and
The
services.
website then is just to be sure that it's his website and not someone else's.
You think these other
On the
people are
business profile.
do what?
Click the website button on the business profile to the left.
Just under the name. Yeah. Yeah, that's
Okay.
me.
This is
Yeah.
him, UTM's GMB. Isn't it funny they renamed it to Google Business Profile, but even in their code, it's still called GMB. Huh. You know, you have zero authority. You have no trust coming to this site. Zero.
So how do I change that?
Write a guest blog post about what you need, or, you know, something that's related to Mark, because I want you to write a guest blog post that we put here so that you're an author on blitzmetrics.com.
Okay.
And let's say, you know, blog. So come to the blog and we can click on any of the articles on the blog and I'll just show you, like, here's a guy, 5 keys to success in life after sports. Okay. Who is this? Cletus Coffee. Okay. So this website's a DR60. Okay. So when you have a guest post and you have an article here, so in this article, this is a friend and a client, of course, you can see that, you know, /author /Cletus Coffee in the bottom left. We're linking to him. You see here, we're linking to his courses for athletes. We're linking to, you know, we're highlighting his stuff. You include a few different links. Here's his links, right? His goal, or that's to ours. Let's see. But he's talking about, you know, he was a professional athlete. And, you know, here's what he's doing. So just, you know, write something that you think would be relevant to our audience, which is business owners.
Okay.
And then not to people that are trying to get their TVs mounted in Detroit, right? There's many different angles about what, you know, what depending on what publication you write for, you're going to have a different angle.
Yeah, it makes sense. I started this business on accident. So my little tagline is I went from CFO to TV mounting pro.
Okay.
Yeah. So my background's finance and I started this because I was bored and I grew this to a 6-figure business. And
okay.
I've helped a few other people start it as well.
Well, that's great. And so you can do this in all these other areas and kind of franchise it out, right? And TV mounting, and you compete with the Geek Squad and these other people, right?
Yeah.
And because, you know, a lot of people, they just don't want to do it themselves. So you could say stuff about, you know, hey, you know, Costco. I was in Costco 3 days ago and I saw they had an 80-inch Sony TV for $1,700. And I thought, dang, that is cheap. I can't believe how TVs are getting bigger and cheaper, but I don't think I could even pick up that 80-inch TV. I think I'd break my back. Right?
Yeah, it's a 2-man job for sure.
I mean, those things are ridiculous, but there's so little content. What's it?
I said, we have one. It's a big job.
Okay. So let's see what you have. Site : all of us should be doing this. Site : your URL, and this is asking Google how many pages are in this website. So you can already see, I don't want to go too far into SEO, but you can see that there's a lot of stuff here that if you want to rank on TV mounting in Detroit, you can't have the page name be services and estimate. It needs to be something like estimate, you know, get an estimate on mounting your TV in Detroit or something like that. It needs to, I'm not saying just jam your keywords in there, but it needs to be a little more descriptive. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So this is good. Detroit TV mounting, same day and next day TV mounting. So if I'm looking for Detroit, the best way to do SEO is to literally search on the thing you want. Detroit TV mounting. Well, that's your own name. And this is TV mounting where I am today in Vegas. So that's the local 3-pack. There's these other people in. So maybe there's like people search on 80-inch TV mounting in.
TV mounting service is a popular one.
There's all these related ones. Yes, we got to look at those too.
TV mounting above a fireplace, people search on.
Okay, so here's these other guys. So why are they ahead of you when you have way more reviews?
Yeah, that's a good question, because a lot of, obviously when I search, I'm getting a different result because of my search history.
That's right.
But even when I go incognito, I usually do show up in the 3-pack.
Okay, well, it could be that these other people have more recent reviews, or your reviews are not as recent. So anyone here with the local service business, I will run a snapshot report for you on our dime, and we'll just do one for you right now. I'm giving away lots of free stuff. You should definitely take advantage of it. Like, if you don't, like, why wouldn't you?
This is awesome. Thank you.
Yeah,
I have a local business.
Okay, good. So let's run these two real quick. And by the way, it doesn't have to be a local business. I mean, it doesn't have to be a business with a physical address. It has to be one where you're serving companies. So if you have, locksmiths typically don't have an office, right? But they're a local area business. They're serving people in a certain area. So let's see, Detroit TV mounting. Oh, why is that not showing up? What else is it? Is it one word? TV mounting Detroit? Maybe it's with that weird name thing when we were searching your GMB.
Detroit wasn't spelled correctly.
I misspelled it. Silly me. Okay, Detroit TV mounting. I spelled it right. Detroit, right?
Yep.
Oh.
Let's see if we can get it from the GMB. It's called Detroit TV mounting. Results about. Why isn't it showing the direct GMB here? Because it thinks it's this other thing. Huh. There's a phone number. That's your one phone number. Detroit TV mounting. But it keeps thinking it's this AW. What is that?
No clue.
Why does it think that is this one? I don't know why. That's weird. This is yours. I don't think I can get it through a phone number.
Yeah, that's not the real phone number. I use CallRail. If I can give you the main line and see if that will work.
Let's just see how many. There can't be that many TV mounting. Oh, you know why? It's because it's not. If it's not going to show up in my regular Google results, it's not going to see. It didn't show up. Yeah. There's something weird going on with your GMB. If you can log in and we could take a look at this. Something's weird with your GMB. Like, this is not how GMBs typically show up. You had one a week ago, 2 weeks ago. You have some recent ones. I don't know why this isn't showing up. This is weird. We'll have to look at this a little bit later. Catch me offline. Let's figure out what's going on here. All right, who else is the local business?
I have a local business.
Okay, what is it?
This is Andy. Empower Fitness Training.
Empower, EMPOWER.
Mhm.
Oh, well, there's a lot of them. This one, Visalia.
Training, yeah.
Okay. This is the right one.
Mhm.
Okay. And are these competitors?
Yep.
Of course they are. So let's run this. Later we can go in and decide who else we want to compare against. And yeah, let's create this report. Let's create a snapshot report. Okay, so this will take a minute to generate, but what's happening with local is that there's all these local signals that come from these directories and other sorts of places. So we want to make sure that we're showing up and we're getting a score in each of these 7 areas. E-commerce doesn't matter because you're not selling. I don't think you're selling like supplements and, powder,
No.
all this, but this number showing is a 7 because the system just kicked off. So it'll take another 15 hours or so. And the number will keep going up as it continues to grab more information about you. But in these areas, for example, listings, we're going to see how we're doing against all these other local directories. Now, most of these were original like yellow pages, like super pages was Verizon and the, YP is yellow pages, these guys, but they're still valuable. Some of these, when you hear people talk about SEO, they'll talk about like citations and how many signals you have. And it does count. It doesn't count for as much as it used to years ago because social media is taking over more of these signals. But it's still important to have your name, address, and phone the same across all of these. So the system's now running this health check, Andy, and you can see the numbers are going up as it's pulling more and more information. So it's 14%. So reviews, it's not pulled this yet, but it's looking at other fitness in Visalia in that area. Still pulling all your social, still pulling the website. Let's see. Your address, your name, address, and your website's too big. It found your Facebook.
Right.
Visalia BJJ. Oh, okay. Elite team. Oh, okay.
Oh yeah. That's not
Huh.
mine.
It's not?
No.
Oh, shoot. Oh, maybe that's a competitor. Let's see.
Yeah, it is.
Okay. Banger Built? No, that's not it. Empower Fitness Training. This is yours.
Yeah.
Looks good. Mobile
Actually, I
desktop.
think that's a page I made on Google. That's not my actual website.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. You're not running any ads?
Not currently.
Doesn't say it, but other people are running ads for this in case you're trying to get more personal trainers in. Sometimes, all these gyms are moving towards having these star personal trainers, which are hard to get. Oh yeah, this is your Google site, the free website that Google gives for you. Okay, fair enough. And your SEO. Huh. Empower Fitness Training. Oh yeah, that's your Google. Business.site's a Google one.
Yeah, my main website is getfitvisalia.com.
Get fit by
Visalia. V as in Victor. Visalia.
the city name. Okay, yeah. .org.
I own
Is
the
it .org?
Yeah, I own the .com too, but that's the main.
The .com's the main one.
Yeah, or .org's the main one, but I own the .com as well.
Okay, well, you should make sure they all redirect to the one, whatever the main one is. Personal trainer for Visalia Rest. Someone's trying to do SEO here, huh?
Yeah, this is all that I did like a long time ago.
Okay. Have you thought about this is you, instead of the cartoon Andy, what about you have a real Andy here? Because I think people are more likely to want to engage with the real Andy because it seems more real than, a fitness app or something.
Yeah, okay.
And then you have a YouTube 6-Day Fitness channel. Okay. 3 years ago. I'll subscribe and click like. Getfitvisalia.com. Okay, so you have an issue with both. Okay, which redirects to the org. Everybody, it's okay to buy the .com and .org and have all these other ones, but there needs to be one URL that everything points to and redirects to. So you don't have any trust either, Andy. You have these
Okay.
400 links, but none of them have any trust. So we should get you a market scale profile, you know, like mine or Dr.
Mhm.
Glenvo or whatnot, where you can answer these questions. The Google tells us what the questions are, right? You saw that? So
Yeah.
Visalia personal, and there's a lot of personal trainers, right? There's whether you're an athlete or a mom or whatever it is, these other guys, you know who these other guys are, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Where are you in here? Let's see. What's it cost? What do they do? Is there a certain niche you do personal training for who? For what kind of people?
Predominantly seniors. I'm like 50 plus is my predominant market.
Okay. For seniors, okay. And you know how to use ChatGPT.
Yeah, I've been messing with it more.
So ask it,
Okay.
you know, say, what are if I'm Andy, a personal trainer in, I wish I could speak it. Not Visalia, California, serving mainly seniors. What are 7 common questions that seniors would have? I need to give them, I'm making videos to turn into blog posts to get more clients. Making 1-minute videos. Okay. Huh. Is this something they talk about, like why they want a personal trainer, like bounce and falls and all this? Low impact. Is this accurate? Probably
Yeah,
accurate,
actually.
huh? Okay. Do you have some of these seniors that you work out with where you can kind of show a day in the life and highlight them and show their improvement or show
sure.
how they're getting stronger
Definitely.
and all that? Okay. Can you put that on your site and repurpose to YouTube and whatnot?
Yeah.
And then we can $1 a day it on YouTube.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, you have everything for a couple of years. Oh, good. You have this lady here. So most of these videos, this is the biggest problem that most of us have, is that there's just videos of us. You don't want to have just videos of you. Show yourself with your clients. Show yourself in the, you know, as you're doing stuff. Show other people on your team. Show anything except just you all the time, right? Showing you all the time makes it look like there's nothing else going on. How are we doing on this thing here? 14%. Maybe tomorrow morning it'll be 18%. Okay. Personal trainer near me in Visalia. So from Visalia, you actually are ranking. Huh. And we can zoom in and out and whatnot. Okay. Oh, you know what? Because it thinks these other ones are yours, but that's not you.
No.
So we'll come in and fix that a little bit later. And getfitvisalia.org. What is this? Marijuana party?
Looks like somebody's hacked my website too.
I mean, other people can link to you. That doesn't mean you've been hacked. The hacking is if they're able to put content on your website.
Oh, okay.
US Fitness Finder. So you registered for some directories, which is fine. Somebody scraped your site. That's what that is. That doesn't mean you got hacked.
Okay.
So I think you're fine. Paintball.lv, some weird like Russian thing that links to you. So spammers, what they do is they create these fake sites by just crawling other people's websites. So I take that as a compliment that spammers decided to crawl your site.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so let's see about us. So how many trainers do you have? It's just you?
Just myself and my wife helps, and then I have one other full-time assistant.
Okay. And how do you get at Randy's also your trainer? Okay. Can
Yeah.
you get a better picture of Randy?
Yeah, that's an old picture too.
How do people find out about you? And that's your wife, Erin. Okay. Of course, she looks fit. Of course. Kettlebell instructor.
Yeah, I think, well, we've been in business for 17 years now, so a
Wow.
lot of them are repeat customers, but referrals, I get a lot of referrals.
Okay. Of course, seniors refer other seniors. You see this uncategorized here? You should never have any post under uncategorized. Just put them in. So you need to change your categories. You don't have any juice to push around. We're going to increase the amount of juice you have. You're at a 2. We'll get you up to like a 15 or a 20. And then there's more juice to pass to. So these categories should really be around keywords that you want to rank on.
Okay.
So, the whole lose muscle tone or preventing falls or the low impact or, the ones that, that the seniors would care about. Do you understand why these categories are important for SEO?
Yeah.
Okay. So for everyone else who isn't really sure, when we have something like 30-minute workouts and you have all the stuff related to 30-minute workouts, which are these 2, these all point back to this 30-minute workout page. So the more posts you have under that category, the more links you're automatically building to this category page, which links to these articles. So this is kind of the built-in SEO that you have with WordPress or whatever this is. I prefer WordPress, but let's see, what is this anyway? Optimized Press, which is WordPress. Okay.
Yeah.
In Yoast. Okay. So Optimized Press is great. Okay. And you have your 5. You have 2 pixels. Interesting. Something's weird. Okay. And you have your tag manager. Good job. Exercise that gets results. Programs. Nothing here says seniors, though.
I think on this page I have more senior.
But you should have something about, if it's mostly seniors, you should have stuff that shows that. And if you show price, don't put .00 in. It makes it look more expensive because then it's a longer number.
Okay.
Okay. Where are your videos?
I don't know. I don't know that I've reshared them on my actual.
You should put on the homepage. What do you think would be better, Andy? This picture of you smiling or a video, imagine that's in the background that says, "Hey, I'm Andy. Me and my wife, we've been doing this in Visalia for 17 years or whatnot. And we specialize in folks, mature from 35 to 80. And here's what we do. We know a lot about low impact and we know a lot about these things and maintain flexibility and whatnot. And I'd love to, I'm glad you're here. And I'm going to give you an overview of the different programs that we have. And if feel free to check out what we're doing with other seniors, see their success stories. Don't say testimonials, see their success stories and, give me a call, and me and my wife, we're happy to talk about what your needs are. Because I know that, going to the gym can be daunting and knowing what the equipment is and, trying to figure it out on YouTube. And we're here to make sure that, you're able to get your fitness goals in place. We know you're not trying to be a bodybuilder. So that's why we focus on the folks, the issues that folks get as seniors, right? And it's my job to make sure that your health program is going the right way. So count on me, and we're very affordable. And we would put together a plan, the cost of it, because cost was the biggest thing that people were searching for. Cost of it's $15 to $35 a session. So we're very affordable. And we do this because this is what we love to do. And we love seeing seniors not just aging, but aging, as they're happier and healthier and so forth, right?
Yeah.
And just do that.
Okay.
Yeah, do that. So everybody go, here's your assignment, because next week we're going to talk about content. Get your 1-minute videos made of the top 20 topics that you see. Those top 20 topics, make as 1-minute videos, store it on your phone so it shows up on your photos here. And here's my iPhone, right? Shows up here, and then we can start to repurpose it, and we'll show you how to edit and process this content.